Hi guys, so it is Sunday, November 18th, and I was not intending on starting my next weekly vlog, but I am going to do so. Would you like to know why? Because, in case you guys didn't know this, I am a PK, pastor's kid, and I I just want to show you around my house because if you are a pastor's kid or if you are yourself or have family members that have been involved in church life, I bet this is not going to seem that weird to you. But if you are not, this might seem a little weird. So let me show you some weird things in my house right now. So here's a crock pot in the living room. That is the TV. Here's a crock pot. Here's another corner of our living room. Another crock pot. And crock pot number 3. Yes, people. There are 3 crock pots going in our living room. And I'm afraid of the kitchen right now, to be honest. Once again, another PK rule. You kind of learn quick. Unless you are good in the kitchen, just stay out of it because you will get in trouble on days like today. Yeah, so at my parents' church, there is going to be like a Thanksgiving celebration potlucky thing, but my parents do not know how to do anything small. So it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool event. There's a nice little community there. But I thought it was hilarious that there are crock pots everywhere. Yeah, like I said, I'm afraid of the kitchen right now. It's Monday and I just got off the treadmill. It has been a little while since I have exercised, to be honest. I did it once last week, so go me. But Eric and I have started, because we're both really struggling with trying to exercise and be motivated for exercise. So what we're doing is we're trying to motivate ourselves, um, which is if we exercise for 30 minutes a week, 3 times a week, that we get $10 at the end of the week because we are children and we need to earn an allowance to be motivated to do it. So it's so fun to be 30 years old and realize that you need to. Oh, my treadmill is deciding to call it quits. That was a beeping. Um, anyway, so it worked really well last week for Eric. He totally did it. I did it once, so I didn't get my $10. Um, so we'll see how it is. I don't I don't know what to do about exercise. So I've tried to like do something where it's like push myself, really try hard, and then I end up quitting because I do not know how to regulate myself. So my hips end up really hurting and I stopped doing it, which is what happened last time. Or I don't push myself so much and I get so bored and it feels like torture because I'm just not someone. I can't even like sit and just watch TV, or I just can't sit and watch YouTube. So like I'm watching YouTube, which I love, and while I'm on the treadmill, and it's still like it's just not enough for me to feel like stimulated enough so I'm not bored. Um Weird. Anyways, so that's what I guess I'm pretty proud of how I'm starting off this work week. Got up a little early and decided to work out, and we'll see how it goes. I have unintentionally been running a scientific experiment called Does a Daily Multivitamin Actually Make a Difference? So I have not been taking a daily multivitamin for like over 6 weeks. And just in case you're wondering, this was an unintentional experiment. I just have been forgetting it on my grocery list. And I have some results to show you. So, my nails are significantly weaker and they break constantly. I normally keep my nails short because of sewing, but multivitamins apparently keep your nails from looking so stubby and childish. Today has been an awesome work day. So my my dream on how to run my little Etsy shop is to kind of be able to have a little mix of inventory and like stuff prepped, because ideally, like, I would love to be able to ship within like 1 to 2 business days these bags, because theoretically it is feasible. What's stopping me is just like the sheer number of options that we have. Anyway, so today has been, sorry for this crazy light. I'm in my bedroom. I don't know why it's mostly coming here, but oh well, I'm sorry. I hope it's not blinding you. But anyway, so what happened today was like we've got like a decent number of orders come in, and I have been able to like I was able to fill them all today, like either because a combination of like pulling from inventory we had, and then also like I've been working on just systematizing, and I've been like prepping a lot of the things, so it feels so good because like if I could give my customers like handmade things, I designed it, came out of my head, like I made the pattern and stuff like this, and it could ship within like a day or two, that I'd be so happy with that, because I just think, I don't know, I just want to give people the best experience that they could have. And I just like to learn, like, and I like seeing little steps and stuff. Like running my own business is definitely like the most stressful, challenging thing. But but like but I feel like I'm never going to have it figured out, which is frustrating, but it's also like so exciting. And I loved learning, I love school, and I feel like this is almost like a form of being in school as an adult, because it's just going to change, like people aren't always going to want everything the same and stuff like that. So like, yay, I'm learning. I still feel like such a baby and newbie in this area, but it's okay, like babies are cute when they fall down too, and they're cute when they're putting spaghetti on their head, like I don't know how this works. So sometimes I feel like I'm just putting spaghetti on my head, but eventually like some of it's going to go into my mouth. That was weird. But that's how I feel. Anyway, on a not so high note, I think in one of the vlogs you guys came with me to the library, and I picked up this book, and I picked up this book. And little honesty time, they are going back to the library unread. I'm not like reading. I have been into essentially since I learned how to read it. I loved it, and I probably spent more hours reading throughout my life. Think actually maybe not reading or crafting. It's up in the air as to which one I've loved more throughout my life. But I have, with everything getting busy with the shop and with Etsy and stuff like that, I have been trying to put pressure on myself to read more and more, in order to like do these monthly book reviews for YouTube. And then a couple weeks ago, like soon after I got these books, I was like, hold on, pause, click click the 2 lines button on your life, Amy, for a sec, and just think for a bit. Um, why are you doing YouTube? And the answer to that, well, there are lots of reasons, but none of the reasons for YouTube is to turn something I love to do into a chore. And that's how I was feeling about reading. I was like, oh, I gotta read more, more, more. I gotta make sure like I complete these different books. And I was trying to like uh do different kinds of books and stuff like that. And I was like, what? Why are you doing this to yourself? Like, you like personally, I have a hard time with worry. I have a hard time with stress and all these different things. And this is something I could very easily like choose not to stress over. So I am really busy with work, and not only am I busy, but like I'm really, really loving this time that I'm having with my Etsy shop. And when I say I'm busy with work, I'm designing my own patterns for new products. Like that's what I'm into right now. I don't know if I'm really going to show you guys much because I'm trying to decide if it's going to be a surprise or how much of a surprise it's going to be, but like I'm I'm designing things and I'm really considering like maybe I should start selling sewing patterns. Maybe that's something I want to get into and I want to do. I don't know. That is possibly a far off dream. So, right now, Eric is uh, getting ready for all the orders to ship because delegating. See, I'm having a real good day. I'm doing good at delegating too. I should get like a Kit Kat bar or something for today. Um, so Eric is delegating, and then I just told him I was like, let's just return these books to the library. They are unread, and I'm okay with that because you want to know something? Reading is never going to go out of my life. I'll pick up a book when I want to pick up a book, and if I never do a book review on YouTube again, does not make me a failure. Doesn't mean I quit. I just did other things. Okay. I'm feeling proud of myself today. I hope you are feeling proud of yourself too. Hey, it's Tuesday now, and I lost my mind a little bit. So I have been working on trying to just like really like push my skills and trying to get better in the realm of sewing because a lot of the things that I sew are kind of the same thing. And I personally come from like more of a quilting background, and I'm 100% self-taught. Like blogs, and then mostly blogs and just honestly trial and error. That's how I taught myself a lot of the things. But it's been a while since I really like pushed myself to try new things because I've been just working on orders. So I wanted to try some new things, and they have not worked out like in like ever. And basically what I think has happened is that I've pushed up against my current limitations for my skill level and what I know how to do. And I think, and honestly, all I think I need to do is I need to take the time and learn, because this is just part of the process learning. But because I am me, I had, so this is what happened. I made a backpack, did not like how it turned out, was not happy with it, and this was something I was testing for an upcoming Walt Disney World trip we have in January, February. It's kind of borderline both, and it did not turn out well, and I was going to test it out for myself during that Walt Disney World trip, and then I was going to offer it in the shop with any tweakings, and this is not even something I think is worth the effort, or it's not worth it. This is a pattern I was kind of trying to design myself. I wanted to, like, I don't really like to use other people's patterns because I want, when someone buys from my shop, like, I just want it to come from my heart as much as possible. And I know, like, even if I use a pattern, It'll still come from my heart definitely, but I just like I want I want to give people something that they definitely can't get anywhere else, and I just like I want to give my customers like my full creativity. So I tried to design a backpack pattern, and it turned out to be not great. And then because of how my brain works, I'm switching hands back and forth, people. Oh, there's my Black Friday mess over here. So, sorry. Anyway, because of how my brain works, I struggled, and my room was like, oh my gosh, you couldn't do this one thing, and so now your whole life is ruined. Like, you'll never be able to provide, like, okay, I'll just go to the end. Basically, where my head went is, we will not be able to afford to take our children, which we don't have yet because we don't have kids, to Disneyland. And in my head, that was like the worst thing in the world, that they can't go to Disneyland whenever they want to, because that was my favorite part of my childhood. And yes, I fully realize that is ridiculous. That is fully ridiculous, but that's where my head went. My head went from, oh hey, this backpack, it didn't turn out like you wanted it to, all the way to, you're going to be a bad mom to kids you don't even have. I'm losing it. Anyway, so that's my scary brain. I bet you Eric has been just so delighted with me lately. Anyway, let me show you what I've been working on so you could see. So this is the backpack. Actually, been wanting to design a backpack for years. So this is one I made, and I designed this. Oh, I don't have ears with me, but this is my clear plastic vinyl that I have, and I just wanted it so that people could stick ears in there. And then, look, fun. And it is the drawstring, but yeah. So I tried to design this, but do you see the problem? Tiny. And also, I made this out of a canvas fabric, and these are super hard to maneuver. I think this has potential, but just honestly does not seem quite special enough to me. And plus, if I'm going to be honest, I don't know how I feel about drawstring backpacks. I feel like I just like a zipper backpack better. Anyway, so that was my first attempt. It was actually now that I think about it, it might be like a year and a half or 2 years ago. But that was my first attempt. And then actually, I tried playing around. This is a pattern I got. It's called the Alice bag, and it's a crossbody bag. I made it crooked, can you tell? I was just playing around with it. I was trying to just learn the skill, but I thought it was cute, but this is not something I would wear myself because I tried it on. It's a crossbody style, and I like how sturdy it is, but the ears were like really flimsy. They kept flopping over, and it just added a lot of width to my hip area that I didn't want. All right, then let's put you over here. This is what I designed. So I drafted it. Obviously it was inspired with these ears, but there are a bazillion backpacks with ears about them. So I made this bag, and I did feel like I learned a lot while I drafted this backpack, but like when I look at it, it's just, well, got wrinkled. It's just not special, you know? This is not something that I feel like I would be really excited over. And then when I looked at it more, like having ears on a backpack, that has been done a lot. The thing that I like about my shop is I don't like, it's not the most innovative thing, but like using this clear ones, specifically in the way I do, I don't see a lot of people doing this. And so I want to continue to like bring unique things and push my creativity. So this little guy caused me to freak out about my life. So anyway, this was supposed to be, I'll turn you around. That was supposed to be my break from Black Friday craziness. Like we're preparing a lot and working really hard, and making that backpack was supposed to be my creative break to like just break my mind up, and it was not a break. So that's life. But dinner smells amazing. We are having crock pot roast. I wish that YouTube was smell-o-vision, because honestly, this does not look like anything special, but it smells great. And all I did was pour a sauce packet over it. Oh, and look at, I don't know if you could tell how big this is. This is my hand. I actually have a baby hand. My 11-year-old nieces, her hands are bigger than mine. But this is how big it is, and I love a tiny crock pot because it's easy cleanup. So, crock pot meals are a lifesaver for small shop owners, small business owners, Etsy owners, when it is Black Friday prep. Not even Black Friday. Hello? Is this awkward and weird? Is this angle weird? I don't know why it's funny to me. I think it's because it's late and I'm tired. My head is floating. I feel like a Mickey Mouse sing-along. This is what Black Friday does. Okay, so you guys are in my sewing machine, and I'm sorry if this angle is awkward for you guys. It is funny to me, and I'm tired, but good tired. So I have two things I want to take a break and tell you about. The first thing is I don't know if you are like me at all. I'm an INFJ in the Myers-Briggs, but a couple times I'm an INTJ, the couple times, so INFJ, INTJ. That's still debatable. But anyways, I'm a very goal-oriented person, and like I was saying earlier, I was feeling really down and stuff about my backpack not working and stuff like that. But I just realized I just had to throw myself in another project. I don't know if there's anything other than vacation than I love more than being in project mode. Okay, now this is less funny angle. Anyway, I love being in project mode. Like, I love setting goals, working hard, like feeling confident that I could do a good job. Like, I love throwing myself into it. Like, I like working hard on things that I enjoy. Working hard on laundry, that is not a goal that makes me feel satisfied because it never ends. But anyways, so we basically, I was struggling, I was having a hard time, and so Eric and I were having a conversation just talking about different goals for just the end of this year in regards to the business and stuff like that. And so he helped me come up with idea, and I have to say, like, I think what by the time you see this, last week I did a little video about tips for working with your husband, and I just want to say one of the best things is being able to like bounce ideas off of somebody, because a lot of times when you are like a small shop owner or when you're an Etsy shop owner, you don't really have coworkers to like bounce ideas off of. But now that Eric has joined me in this, I value his input even more than I did. I've always valued his input, but now like he understands it better, so it's more focused because like he knows me really well. Now he knows the business, and so I love marriage. You know, I'm so thankful for that. So that was first good thing. I'm out of my funk or whatever. I'm not being grumpy Amy anymore, or sad Amy. But the second thing is I think I found a new TV show. I'm not going to 100% like give my stamp of approval because I haven't finished it, but I think I'm like 6 or 7 episodes into this TV show. It's on Netflix. It's called Great News, and it is I believe that there's 2 seasons, and it's like one of those short comedies. If it was on TV, it would be 30 minutes, so I think it's like 20-something minute episodes. And I believe that Tina Fey is one of the producers, and I liked 30 Rock. Like, it's no Office. The Office is my all-time favorite TV show. I am picky when it comes to TV, not necessarily for quality, because I will watch what some people will call trash TV. I might agree with them. But anyway, so this show, it's a comedy, and it's rated TV 14, which those kinds of things are important to me because I just don't really like watching necessarily things that are older because I just have my reasons. It's just not for me. But TV 14, and I'm not going to be worried about seeing something I don't want to see, which is my worry. Anyway, it's actually really, really common to 30 Rock, as in it is a office. It's an office TV studio comedy. So, is anybody else feeling like Netflix is getting a little overwhelming? Because I just feel like they're coming out with so much new content that it's like I almost feel overwhelmed, and I have been strictly sticking to YouTube, but I was getting distracted from YouTube, like I wanted to comment and I needed to focus, so I was like, let's go to Netflix and focus. So if you have any good comedies, like I like The Office, I like Friends, I like 30 Rock, and I like other things too, but if you have any of those style recommendations, I would appreciate it. This is pretty good. Alright. Say goodbye to my awkward head. I'm going to bounce away. Bounce, bounce, bounce. We are going to the movies to see Wreck-It Ralph. It's like 8 o'clock, and the movie theater is not open yet. Why do we go to movies so early?
Because it's cheap.
Yeah, it's a cheaper showing. And there's construction. Hey, so
I'm gonna wreck it.
Okay, so we just came out of the movie theater. We haven't even talked to each other yet at all. Just FYI, this guy is very easy on movies. I don't know if I've heard him say anything bad since we've been out of the movies. Me, on the other hand, I generally have a pretty low opinion of most movies when I come out of them, and then like give me a couple weeks or whatever, and then I loosen up. So we just saw Wreck-It Ralph 2, and there will be some spoilers. So what did you think?
Yeah, spoilers probably. I liked it a lot. I thought it was really funny. They had a lot of tongue-in-cheek humor, which I appreciated. Just from internet-related jokes or Disney-related jokes, which I thought were good.
Let me start off with a positive. The scenes with the Disney princesses were one of my favorite scenes in any movie ever, outside of Disney princesses. I love the Disney princesses part. Alright, now I have lots of issues.
Okay.
With this. He knows I always have issues unless it's like an Avenger, unless it's a Marvel movie.
Well, even then, Infinity War, you were like, I didn't like that
oh,
movie.
Yeah. I didn't like
that movie.
That's true. I didn't like Infinity Wars when I first saw it, and now I've seen it probably 7 times since it came out this year. I changed my mind. So, realistically, I could change my mind. I don't even know why I'm telling you my thoughts. Okay. I thought it was filled with cliches. I thought it was was predictable. It was
Well,
like,
I mean, if you want to talk about it, it's the same movie, just repackaged differently. The same sort of stuff happens than in the first one, which is fine. It's a good story, but it's all the little nuances that made that movie really funny and good.
I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. When we tell my parents whether or not to see it, I'm probably going to
No,
say,
we should recommend it to people.
They'll fall asleep. My parents will fall
No, they
asleep
won't
during
fall
this
asleep
movie.
during this movie. It's
Yes,
really
they
funny. They'll laugh a lot.
I don't know if they get the internet as much. Anyways,
Well, they'll get the princess stuff and like
the princess stuff was amazing, and it was too short.
the Oh My Disney portion is really funny.
Yes, the Oh My Disney portion is really funny. Okay, so I have one major issue which will keep me from rewatching this movie because I have one really big
Okay,
issue.
what is
All right,
the
this
big
is this is deep cut The Office thing. So if you are a big fan of The Office, you will know what I'm talking about. Okay, and it's related. Don't worry, I'll get to the point. So it's one of the Halloween special from The Office. Erin is trying to make a more adult Halloween party for different reasons, and so she goes to Gabe from The Office, and Gabe is into really like weird movie things. Okay, and so she puts on like a disturbing movie, and there's one part where there's all these weird hands, and it freaks me out, and I don't like that. And there's a part in Wreck-It Ralph where, this is a spoiler, like a cajillion little Wreck-It Ralphs like come together to make a big giant Wreck-It Ralph, and it's like moving hands, and I will have nightmares.
That part was funny.
I couldn't deal because it just reminded me of that scary little like 5-second weird video clip from The Office, and that's hard because the Disney princess altogether real high in my book, and then creepy Halloween hand
It wasn't that
horror.
creepy. It was really funny.
I'm very sensitive.
Yes. Go see it. It's really funny.
Oh yeah, go see it. I say,
It's
why not?
like-
It's like definitely in the bottom.
I know a lot of people were worried about whether or not that they would protect their characters, because I know people were worried about that online, like, oh, protect the integrity of your characters or whatever.
Of like
Disney.
the princesses.
Having all the princesses together
that
and stuff was they did a really good job of making that sure that and I'm pretty sure every single princess, it was the voice of the original vocal artist.
Well, even Snow White.
Well, obviously not Snow White, but I mean, like, at least of the modern ones, like
Yes.
like Rapunzel was definitely
Mandy Moore.
So
Yeah. Anyway, now I'm all about Disney Princess Avengers. Let's please have that happen. Disney Princess Avenger style. Princess Assemble.
Princesses Assemble.
Princesses Assemble.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Dream come true. Eric, dream come true.
Okay, you pitch it. Go pitch it to Disney.
I don't think it would actually work, but give me princesses in comfy clothes for like a 3-hour movie, and I'll watch it on repeat for the rest of my life.
Okay.
It was awesome. Yeah, Disney princesses, I give a thumbs up. Creepy Wreck-It Ralph, I give a thumbs down.
I give it a thumbs up.
Wreck-It
It was
Ralph,
funny.
the actual movie.
You liked it.
Yeah, it was fine. It was totally fine.
It was really funny.
I just think its repeatability is pretty low, but when the Disney princess scene comes on YouTube, I'm rewatching that over and over and over and over again. I'm difficult. Ding. Okay. Hey, I'm back working, and would you like to know the kind of things that I think about when I'm working? Why do clothing companies put tags in clothes? Is there a reason? This is a legitimate question. I'm saying, like, you know, the actual tags that are annoying? because I know some t-shirts and underwear, they just have like a little stamp so you know about the sign or size, which I love because it seems like no matter where someone puts a tag, it will drive me crazy at a certain point in time. Because this is one of my new shirts that I love. That I got at Old Navy, and the tag is like way down at the bottom of my side. And I definitely thought it would not bother me, but I think it ends up in all my clothes. If there's a tag, I will cut it out. And the problem is then I don't know what size I am. So why? Why don't? Is it the type of fabric? I should know this. I sew with fabric, but I guess I don't stamp clothing. Anyway, these are the things I think of while I'm sitting here sewing and sewing and sewing for Black Friday. Happy Thanksgiving! This is what Thanksgiving really means to me. This is what I look forward to. Loved ones and chips and dip. It's my favorite part of any holiday. We're going to have a separate Thanksgiving vlog about our Disneyland special Thanksgiving thing, so we'll see you there. Hey guys, so it is getting late on Thanksgiving. We had a wonderful Thanksgiving, a little bit of family, a little bit of time with just Erica and I, and we had an insanely awesome experience at Disneyland for a bit. So that video is going to be up around the same time as this vlog, so please be sure to go and check it out because you'll want to. I think I'm going to end this vlog here because it's Black Friday time. Tonight's going to be a late night, and Eric and I are kicking ourselves because we're working on Thanksgiving. We really should have planned this better, but hey, we're going to learn. Next year on Thanksgiving, we are not going to be working because we don't have to if we plan it better. Yes, so pray for our sanity. I guess this will be our past when you guys see it. But anyway, hopefully it goes well, and thanks for watching.